Welcome back. We are now in Pennsylvania and we are in the antiques capital of the USA, Adamstown. And of course, you cannot go to Adamstown without going to see Renninger's on the weekends. They have an outdoor vendor market, like a flea market, but it's mostly vintage and antique items. So here we are. We're at Renninger's flea market. So first, I decided to explore the outside because I have a special friend coming to meet me, but she wasn't there yet. So here we are on the outside market and just looking over the tables, and under the pavilion there's more vendors as well. Look at that musical frog. You rub the stick down its back and it makes noise, but I've never seen one that big. Over here there was a beautiful piece of Potosi. It had this silver painted on top and blue and green, and I believe it was $100 or so. And then there was this fantastic Hager MCM style ashtray and that pottery vase. I'm not sure who made that one. It was gorgeous though. Real fun stuff this vendor had. Over here I found these little tin cups, and I'm not sure who makes that little green mug, and that beautiful Murano swan with the frit applied to it. I was trying to be careful of that axe. All right, we kept going. The pups are obviously with me. Look at these beautiful rugs. They are very cool. And then down here, this vendor had a bunch of different paintings. I don't know nearly enough about art. All right, this vendor has nothing but jewelry, and it's $1. Now this is technically inside, but it's $1 each, and you get to dig through these flats of jewelry. And I have in the past for many hours digging, but it was very crowded and I just didn't feel like doing that today. So over here, we're back outside, and this vendor has some really and interesting smalls, like some stuff I've never seen before. There was some picture frames in there, small spoons, silverware, like fun stuff. And then the most amazing, I believe these are Italian pottery cats, and I was looking around and I didn't see a price on them, but there was a sign in the front. Look at him. He's cross-eyed because there's a bug on his nose. There was a sign in the front that said make an offer. I don't know. This was extremely cool. This is a Victorian coin purse made out of a clamshell, and it latches. It had its insides. It was in extremely good condition considering how old it was. And the vendor said $45, and that's like not in my wheelhouse. That was a really cool glass with sterling silver on the top. It was $59, very delicate. I did research that coin purse later, and they do sell, well, Askin, I should say, online is $75. I didn't look at any sold comps, but cool piece. I said I was going to go look around and think about it, and he said he was leaving in 45 minutes, and then I totally forgot to go back for it, so regrets. Over here, there were some salt and pepper shakers, little figurines, all nicely displayed in little individual baggies. And then we got to meet up with Jocelyn. There she is. She's already talking to Daryl. Now, Daryl owns all this amazing glass. Yes, it's at a flea market. It's the best glass you will ever find. Let's start taking a look. So we're here shopping, and obviously, like, we are always in awe of Daryl's selection of glass. He by far the best glass I think I've ever seen of any vendor of any antique mall ever. And look at this inkwell. It's like a Lotte style. I'm not so sure if it is or not. It's $370, and it was so interesting. It caught my attention right away. Look at all this carnival glass. It's just case after case of amazing glass. Now let me tell you, he does allow you to go into his cases. You don't need him there. They're all unlocked. He allows you to handle his items, so don't freak out that I'm touching stuff. It's permitted. This is a beautiful vase made by, not so sure, Imperial maybe? I don't remember who. Oh no, Wheaton made that one. It was marked Wheaton Studio. So yes, it was a Wheaton bottle. That's the Wheaton I kind of like. This was a very interesting vase, and Daryl wasn't sure who the maker was either. That green opalescent. It's got a fish as the pedestal. We were thinking Northwood maybe, but we're not. Neither one of us was 100% sure. And this was probably the most interesting piece. It's a shard umbrella holder, or I thought it was a vase, but it's an umbrella stand, and it's got different pieces of broken pottery and china and a baby porcelain doll. Pete has told us about them, and then Daryl told us about how families would save their broken items and make them into new items. Okay, over here there was just some beautiful, look at that carnival glass Epergne. It's stunning. Lots of Fenton, there's Dugan in there, there's Northwood. Just beautiful display of carnival. He even had some of the kitty carnival glass. And then over here, this one intrigued me. I'm not sure who the maker is on this, but it had a bug, two bugs, a cicada and a grasshopper, and the coloration was beautiful, almost like Dom crystal. And then it was a card holder, business card holder. Up here, there was a little bit of Lalique, and then of course there was that Fenton, Jack in the Pulpit, and the glossy Burmese back there. Oh, it's so overwhelming to show you everything, and it's just so well displayed and beautiful. I believe this is a lot of Lotz or Lotz style glassware in here, and it's just overwhelming. Look at that white carnival, it's beautiful. And then down here there was some more vases and bowls and that Murano paperweight down there. He has some Roseville up here. And I was checking out to see if I could find the maker of this vase. And right behind the vase was a beautiful Millefiori bowl from Murano. And then look at the vase right to the left. It's a gorgeous iridescent splatter. Like, that would be the ultimate dog bowl for Pretzel, don't you think? Here, have a nice Murano glass bowl, Pretzel. And this vase intrigued me too, because I love the teal lip on it, and of course it's purple glass, so I gotta pick that up. And it was a pitcher, it had a handle. Beautiful yellow 3 or 4 stem vase. And here was a threaded bowl with some pink splatter in it, also really cool. And it was right about here that I realized I need new glasses because I can't read the signatures on anything anymore. Yes, I need new glasses. And this, I believe, is the Fenton Mandarin color, and it will glow under a black light. It is beautiful orange and red shades. Also, there is some Topaz Opalescent there and some beautiful Burmese. I'm being very careful. That was a large piece. And this was stunning old Burmese. I don't know if that's Mount Washington, maybe? Not sure on that. But back there was more Northwood. And up here, of course, there's just, it just keeps going. It keeps going. This is a little derpy angel cherub ashtray. Like, look how crazy good that is. It's like, doesn't belong amongst all this beautiful glass, yet it does belong. It just works. Royal Berry Ruth, a lobster bowl there. Down below we had more of the Burmese, and of course this paperweight caught my attention. And then Jocelyn actually looked at it too, and she's like, I know this maker because I have mugs by her, and it was Nancy Furman. So really cool that she was able to identify it from previous pieces, and now you're gonna have to watch her video to see if she got it. Look at that vase. It's got the beautiful metal accent. And this was a stunning piece of iridescent glass. I don't know a lot of these makers because a lot of them are unmarked, and Daryl doesn't put the makers on his tags, just prices. So if I don't know it off the top of my head and I cannot read the signature, I apologize in advance. But it's just still fun to look at. Look at that beautiful martini glass, probably Murano. And there was some Vaseline glass down there. And then in here, in this case, was a paperweight. And I thought for sure that was going to be a Josh Simpson, and it was not. It was an artist that also begins with an S, but I couldn't make it out. And Jocelyn said, no, there's a couple people that make paperweights very similar to Josh Simpson. So I was surprised to learn something new. And then here there was a snake paperweight, like a blue splatter with a snake figural coming up around it. And then another beautiful paperweight that was not marked with a tan color and like almost like a cherry pattern on it. And then up here, these were delicate, super delicate pair of blue, purple swirl vases, and then a little pottery vase. And Daryl told us all about that in Jocelyn's video, so you're gonna have to go watch that one. And then another blue iridescent feather design. And down here, that was a Vandermark, and it was probably one of my favorite pieces that he has. It was like $375, I believe, but it is stunning, stunning. Some cranberry glass down there, more Burmese. We had some Viking long-tailed birds, a little bit of pottery in there, perfume bottle, Fenton pitcher and cup set, some depression glass, more Fenton over here. They had a little boutonniere buddy. I love finding them. They're adorable. I believe it was $75 for him. And then there was some more Fenton in the blue opalescent, and just a really nice selection of Fenton in addition to other higher end glasses. Little Fenton hat, like a baseball hat. I don't see those very often. Always fun to find those. And then in here, this case had some more perfume bottles, and then this stunning snake wrapped paperweight. And I don't know if that's Orient and Flume, maybe. I could be wrong on that, but of course that's going to catch my attention. And then this vase looked very deco with that design on there. And then that pyramid was actually a Lundberg, and we were all talking that none of us have ever seen a triangle paperweight made by Lundberg or pyramid. So we were all intrigued by that one. That was pretty cool, and it has that threading on the outside. Always fun to see stuff like that. And then up next, we had a beautiful blue iridescent vase by Zalik Studios. I love finding Zalik glass. I don't recall how much he had on it. I think it was right around $200. It was stunning. That blue iridescent is very reminiscent of the Fenton Celeste blue to me. And then there was a beautiful two hands, Sandy, very delicate, Vandermark pulled feather design vase here. And it is just gorgeous. Look at the shape of that. That's not one I've ever seen before. And I love the coloration on it. It's just, every piece he has is just amazing. And you got to be like super careful. Careful and delicate. And then down here, there was a huge selection of paperweights. And of course, I have to check all of those out. And then he had more vases, just some little smaller ones. And this one caught my attention, so I had to open the door, which we're allowed to do. We're allowed to go in here and show you this, the beautiful, I would think this is a paperweight. It has Millefiori in the center. There was two of them, and I don't know any other purpose other than a paperweight. There's an Abelman, a Stuart Abelman there. Also a beautiful piece. And I think behind that there was some Orient and Flume. There was a peach, apple, and a pear. And then over here, this Murano bowl was just, it's stunning. It's got that like snail swirl. It was $45. I probably should have just got it. This is not the first time I've looked at this piece. I just love the colors on the white. It's not a very common Murano piece. I never see it out in the wild. Probably should have just got it, but I did buy something really special, so I'll show you that soon. More paperweights. Of course, we got to look at those. We do have the paperweight train coming up on October 23rd on Knickknacks, so always on the hunt for paperweights, even though I think I have more than enough now. I was trying to see if that one was signed. I did not see a signature on it, but again, my glasses were not helping me today. Over here, there was a really cool Alexandrite Heisey display sign, fun to see. And then this vase caught my attention, and I was very carefully taking it out because I had to check this out. I don't know if it's a vase or maybe a candle holder, but it was like a green opalescent, and then I love how the top comes up and inward like it's a splash or a wave. I thought that was neat. I've never seen anything like that. I'm not sure who makes that, but fun to see. There was some Van Briggle there. And then down below, there was more carnival glass, more pottery, and more paperweights. This was a satin finish Murano Millefiori one. I believe it was at $200. And then over here, I believe that was a Carry one, that tall one. And this one was a Eichel, I believe, with that veiling. And here is the piece that I did buy. It is a Lundberg Starry Night. It is an absolutely stunning, stunning paperweight. I've only seen these twice in real life, and don't worry, I did buy it. I know I put it back because I was still looking, but I did buy it. So I just wanted one. Yes, Daryl gave me a good deal on it, but I just wanted one. So I have it. That was another beautiful piece with the pulled feather flower there. All right, we're still looking at all the beautiful glass. Oh, look at that paperweight. Oh, that was a pretty one too. I probably should have got that one too, but that's okay. Okay, I don't need all the paperweights. I don't need all the paperweights. It's hard to say no sometimes, especially when there's like so many beautiful, beautiful ones. And this line is Imperial, which Jocelyn taught me all about it. They had some hanging hearts. They only made it for a couple years, so it's super desirable, super collectible. And it was only made for like 2 years, I think she was saying, a year or two. And look at the luster on it. It's gorgeous. And I believe she said it was called Freeform or Freehand is part of the line. And it was always fun to learn from her and learn from Daryl because they're both very knowledgeable about their glass as well. And this is just a line. You don't see these. When you see them all together, they're stunning. And I think this is the most I've ever seen of the Imperial collection in one place. So fun to look at. There I am being very gentle. All right, over here there was a Fenton nymph flower frog, and she's coming out of the flower frog. I did not want to take her out. And then she's set inside of the bowl. I don't know if that's the water lily pattern. And over here there was a nice little cute kitty cat. Not sure who made him. $75, I believe, is what it had on the tag. I was trying to find a maker on it, but I could not find one. And I guess it could have been under the sticker because Daryl's known to do that. But that's okay. It's all right. We kept going. There's some Fenton there, more cranberry opalescent, and then this caught my eye. I don't know what this is. It's like a round vase, but it doesn't sit flat. Like you have to put it on its side. So I'm not sure what that is. If you guys know, let me know. And then this was another beautiful piece of glass with the very MCM looking spotted stripes going up the side. And then all this beautiful Burmese. Oh my gosh, it's just so good. It's so good. I love seeing Burmese all together. And of course it does glow under a black light. He had bowls, he had pitchers, he had vases. You name it, he had it. Another piece of Lotz style or Lotz glass, I'm not so sure. I love the snake going around it. There's a whole theme of snakes today. And then of course he had the little creamer and pitcher there. Being very careful. And down here he had some trinket boxes, some more pitchers, and then this, a glossy blue Burmese little pitcher. I don't see the old blue Burmese very often. Fenton does make a lot of it, but that one might be a Mount Washington as well. And over here, I believe this is a Slade paperweight. I'm not so sure. It was really cool. I love the geometrics on it and the colors. It is large. It was signed on the side, but of course my glasses were failing me again. And then there was some Terry Kreider in here. Look at that Jack in the Pulpit. It's amazing. I don't know if that's the first thing I'm going to grab. Nope. I'm grabbing this egg. And I'm thinking that's Vandermark, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I don't remember. But he had an oil lamp in there. This beautiful apple. It's stunning. The blue iridescence was so heavy on that. And I love the stem, how it came up into a little curl like that. And then up here, there was a Matem Studios perfume bottle. That was really pretty. Large. They're not usually that big. Honestly, I've never seen one that big. And then those bottles with the splash coming up from the bottom, I don't know who makes them, but he had quite a few of them, and they are very eye-catching. I love that style. If you guys know who make that, please let me know. Here's the Terry Kreider. Here's a nice Jack in the Pulpit with some heart optics on it. Real pretty piece. $275, I believe, on that one. And then there's also more threaded vases and that blue iridescence. And then up here, it just goes on and on and on. More Vandermark. That was a beautiful piece there. Look at this little floral vase. This is my favorite case. I think Jocelyn said it was her favorite case too. So we can spend like all day at just one case. Beautiful florals on that vase. Real pretty. And then I wanted to go to the other side because look, there's that splash pattern again coming up from the bottom. I believe that's the same maker, just judging by the design. And there was some Stuart Abelman pieces in there. He had the fish that you see all the way to the left. And then I'm holding another beautiful glass vase. Not sure who that maker was. And I wanted to check out this piece. I'm not sure if that's Eichholt or not. I know Eichholt makes one similar to that. I don't remember. And then down here, of course, more glass. It's just beautiful. I told Jocelyn I want to live here. I just want to get a cot and just live here amongst all this beautiful glass. Look at the web design on this vase, just the way it looks like a spider's web to me. Okay, and then over here, we're at a different booth now. And this is a MCM themed style booth, and he's got some amazing stuff too. Look at the Empoli dog decanter. He had more glass decanters. I'm not sure who made this particular vase, but I love the shape of it. It was large and round. And then another blue decanter back there. And then on top, there was a couple of cool vases too. Look at that purple perfume bottle. It is huge, huge. They had some critters in there, some bookends, some Bristol glass. Over here, there was some barware. And of course, I had to check out this pedestal Dominion swung glass vase. Not a very common one. I think it was $110, which is right on point for that particular one. And then they had this blue Ellie Smith in the panel. Not a very common color. And then up there was a mosaic vase that caught my attention. I didn't see a signature on it, but I know Dave Fetty makes a mosaic, and that's not Dave Fetty, but it reminds me of it. So I had to check it out. And then over here, there was a whole nother collection of swung glass vases. There was the Viking column there. He had a couple of them, some three toes, some Fenton Valencia, some thumbprint, and then this beautiful bittersweet in the broken column. And he wanted $400 for that, which is a very reasonable price in my opinion. Thanks for watching, guys. I know that was a lot. Stay tuned. We're still in Pennsylvania tomorrow too.